we are the loyal sons. We'll get 'em on the run, boys. We got 'em on the run. Yes, we are the loyal sons. We'll get 'em on the run, boys. We got 'em on the run.
Hello and welcome to Sim Day over here on the Her Little Sons podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Ritter, and you can call me ND Tex. And as always, you can join us live over here on twitch.tv/Her Little Sons, or subscribe over to the podcast for the audio goodness over on not iTunes anymore, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts at. Join us at Discord. That is our live chat channel, herlittlesons.com/Discord. And of course, you can always find us at our home at herlittlesons.com. With all that said, it is time to bring in Shane. Shane, how are you doing, my friend?
I've moved on, man. I've moved on, and I'm ready to see who's do stuff. I don't really know what's happening this weekend. Supposedly they're good. Supposedly they suck. I have no idea. We'll see.
Well, we will let the sim explain to us how much we should fear or not fear, as we will get to the most accurate prediction method in all of sports soon, after we get done with a little bit of quick pregame, because there are a couple things we want to cover before we get into it. Of course, if you want for more news from around college football, including a lot of laughing at Michigan, make sure you check out the Friday Roundup. I have a special section dedicated for you, Michigan, because you didn't just need a couple headlines. You had yourself a week. Let's just put it that way. So make sure you check out the Friday Roundup tomorrow if you're live, today if you're listening to the podcast when it's normally scheduled, and if you're way back, go catch up. Go to herlittlesons.com and check it out. But one thing, I don't even know if I call it viral. I had a couple tweets that took off. One was lamenting that we should eventually win a game like Georgia. The other was this thing over at Ohio State. So apparently, and I'm not even sure who put this out there, the reporters saying, the big man on campus, Justin Fields, not quite on campus because he's taking online courses.
It sounded like he said it himself to the reporter.
Which is fine, but what got the attraction was my initial reaction was, Notre Dame is just playing a different game than everybody else in the top tier of football, which really kind of goes to what we were talking to post Georgia, that we have to kind of have the reality that we have very little margin for error because of a lot of different things. I didn't even notice that El Kabong took notice. Well, lucky me on that one, I guess.
Hooray, everyone. We did it, guys.
Yeah, well, apparently Jafar Armstrong also took notice as well, which I chuckled a bit when I saw that favorite. But Ohio State fans started chiming in. So one clarification, just so we don't get some things twisted. Really don't care what he's doing at school.
Nah.
The online course works for him, great. If it, hopefully it is something that will help him in the future. Look, it's fine. It's more of those things to where, Shane, could you imagine any of our players getting to take an online course as part of their normal course load?
No, see, what happens more likely is that they graduate in 3 years and just fucking do nothing because they're done. You know what I mean? Because they can. Not, I'm going to take a intro to Winnie the Pooh fucking on... they're not. No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
we catch all the shit for that.
Yeah, and we're not saying that Fields is taking basket weaving 101 or anything like that. It's just one of those things to where we kind of know what the landscape is of Notre Dame, and some Ohio State fans, I understand they took offense to it. In their defense, they were all real cool, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't care. And if he kind of kicks ass and y'all have a good team, I would like to not play you should it ever come down to it, because your team kind of terrifies me. But it's, again, you have to remember that Notre Dame fans, we can't have it two ways, because you can't why can't we just, compete? we should be able to compete, damn it. Well, it's a little bit easier said than done because of these different things. Like De'Ara King, he's redshirting randomly. Apparently, he's going to say, and it was an example I used. Like, could you imagine if somebody offers flexibility of an online course when you're grad transferring, as opposed to now you got to take a full course load. Yeah, so I thought it was an interesting thing. It took off. Obviously, I'm preaching to choir for most Notre Dame fans, but tap the brakes if you think it's like, oh yeah, Ohio State trash degree or whatever. Like, nah, look, colleges these days, a lot of them have online courses, so tap those brakes a little bit. But interesting way to show how Notre Dame is always attempting to do things different, because we hear about that and on campus they have to stay on campus for 3 years. That's another unique little Notre Dame thing that always makes things interesting. But all that aside, Shane, we do have something that we got to cover though. I hear there's something very, very important going on.
Yes, there's a bit of a tussle. What's the other? I'm looking for a word. Tussle.
I
Fight.
think there is a conflict.
A conflict.
Civil conflict. Where is the fucking trophy? The fucking trophy. The fucking trophy.
That's garage. That's garage. That's garage. That's garage.
Yeah, so the civil conflict. I liked our little impromptu, let's do lyrics to the Game of Thrones song. That worked out real well. Yeah, since we didn't have the Night's Watch in our recap, and because we saw it was the civil conflict, we're like, well, let's bring it back a little bit right before the sim. Because, UCF, I don't know if this is still anywhere remotely close to a rivalry, but I would think they're at home hosting UConn, who might be one of the worst football teams in the entire nation right now. And the spread is in the 40s. 43 was where we last saw it.
Yeah, so UCF's mad. So really first, let me take a step back. I have to say, and I know not everyone listening to the podcast can see this, but on the stream they could. It's very appropriate, I think, that our transition to this topic included Google Maps with an oversight of Orlando, because, it may be in recent local news, there was actually a body that was found in a canal down here in West Palm because of Google Maps showing the car sunken in the canal 10 years later.
No
right?
Shit.
Yes. So apparently somebody was finding dead bodies using Google Maps. Hey guys, you know where else you can find a dead body? Orlando this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's
yikes.
Hope our boy Wimbush gets a fair amount of playing time since he has lost the starting job. But yeah, I like Bert saying that 43 points is way too many in a rivalry game, and we got to throw those records out. No, this is going to be bad.
Yeah, this is going to be bad. It's going to be, in terms of conflict, it's going to be a con, and the team's going to be flicked, and that's going to be it. I mean, UCF's mad. They're off. They're what? Their only loss in basically 3 seasons in the regular season. They're not about to give up their scoring streak of 30 points, which is currently at 30 straight games against this UConn team. They're about to probably triple it against them in one go.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to touch this game with a 10-foot pole still, because that's a hell of a lot of points, but it is going to be worth just checking out that bottom line to see how this game ends up progressing, because I think it could be ugly. And like, where's the trophy? Is anybody looking for this thing? Does it even exist anymore? Is Bob Diaco like cradling at night, or?
I suspect it's at like, I don't know, at like a Circle K on US 27 in the garage, like someone, oh fuck, well, we left it there, peel out.
never to be seen again, like the corporate Cyhawk trophy when they try to do that corn farmer thing. It's right next to that somewhere in the aisle of discarded toys. But yeah, we wanted to at least bring that up, a little bit of levity before we get back into it, because we do have Notre Dame, we got Virginia. It is, oddly enough, and it's one of these things that we were all so focused on Georgia, hard to realize, and it's kind of crazy that this is the biggest top 25 matchup of the week.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
For the second week in a row.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, this was never, I guess, expected to be. I mean, I think everyone anticipated and respected Virginia as an opponent on the schedule. But, like, you know, you would figure, it's the week after Notre Dame, Georgia. There's got to be some fucking, I don't know, Texas A&M, you know, Alabama, something in there. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, we got ranked matchups, but nothing to where it's this high up the ranking. Technically, Washington and SC is going to be a ranked matchup. But beyond that, yeah, there's no real marquee matchups here. All of a sudden, here we go. And right. This is going to be a big bounce back because, you know, it's one of those things. Let's go see if we can't go 11-1 and see what happens at the end of it. And just see what goes down. But yeah, like Andy Popeye says, it's kind of hard to expect this to be a trap because everybody sees Virginia coming. Like,
right. No one's going to be like, whoa, what? No, and much less so will Notre Dame be, especially after the performance they had last week. You think they're going to be like, well, we lost it. We're done trying. No.
Yeah, so that's what's going to be interesting to see in this little sim here. Obviously, the sim will, well, we assume it doesn't predict for hangovers. Who knows what this damn Xbox over here actually does. It
just hates you.
Yeah, because the offense not impressive, but they play some physical defense. It's going to be very interesting to see if Notre Dame is able to keep up, because Virginia has, you know, by the skin of their teeth, continuously won games, and they are undefeated. They actually remind me of some older Notre Dame teams that were, you know, in that 8-5, 8-10 win range, that were just kind of the cardiac Catholics, just finding a way to scrape through and pull a win out from the clutches of defeat. That's what this team reminds me of right now after getting a chance to focus on them. So it's going to be interesting to see what the sim has to say. And of course, before we get to the sim, as we do every Thursday, we are going to take a break for podcast business just a little bit early. All right, folks, we are about to get into it. Thank you, everybody that joined Twitch.
Let me go run real quick and close off some applications that are running in the background real quick.
All right, sounds good. So a reminder, ways to support the show for those of you on Twitch. If you have a Amazon Prime link to your Twitch account, check out the right side of the screen. You'll see a little Twitch Crown icon or Prime Crown icon. You can subscribe to us for free. Of course, any subscriptions benefits us, whether it's the free Prime sub or any of the tiers as well. And of course, you can interject. It doesn't matter if we're in the middle of a play. Those cheers, those bits, go ahead and hit that Amazon ad or whatever it is that lets you get the free ones right now. Get some in your account. Go ahead and go buy some and interject yourself into the game. And it looks like Shane settled back in. So you ready to get back into it, sir?
Yeah, go.
All right. All right, so it is time to kick off this sim, and we already got some predictions. We got Bert saying 34-14 ND, and we got Milfy wondering if we need an exorcism on the Xbox. So those are the two things we're firing out with right off the bat.
Yeah, both equally plausible.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get to it, folks.
Fuck Michigan.
There we go. Pull the sound down just in enough time.
There's a fuck Michigan.
Okay, folks, we're done with jokes. It's time to get back to business. In a rainy South Bend, Notre Dame taking on the Cavaliers of Virginia. And Shane, like we said, this is the bounce back opportunity. You're at home. You can't be asleep at the wheel. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on here.
It's going to be shit weather, it looks like.
Well,
wonderful.
Notre Dame has won the toss, and it looks like they will receive. And with that, we will be off. And Virginia kicks it off deep into the end zone, and Notre Dame will just take a knee here. So Notre Dame will start on their 25-yard line.
So this is going to come down to who protects the ball the best. It's pretty much that, because this rain doesn't look good.
Yeah, so two things I want to see. No turnovers, no fucking false starts. And a quick out to Claypool, and he knocks over tacklers. He has almost a first down, be second and inches on the 35.
Man, that's first down, IRL. We know it.
Yeah, if the play starts on the 25 and the ball's literally on the 35, that's a first, yo. Well, play action here from Book. He throws over the middle and is picked off.
Wow.
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 You know how when you play the NCAA and you forget that the middle linebacker is a position? Book just did that.
Yeah. Actually, I can't say I relate because what the fuck?
And we already have a modifier and a prediction. Bird is knocking it down to 24-14 for unforeseen weather. Let's see if he changes it for the unforeseen turnover.
There we go.
Well, Virginia will take over I formation 3 wide.
Defense.
Yeah, in Irish territory, they're going to take over on the 38. They're back to pass, quick slant, and Bilal drops it loose. Or jars it loose. Drops it loose, jars it loose.
Jars it, drops it, volleyballs it, bats it.
5 wide, drink. Perkins back in the shotgun, drops back to pass, and he is going to pull it down and run, and there's nobody home across the 35, 30, 25, and he is finally stopped at the Irish 23-yard line.
So I know this is the sim, but in reality, this is one of the defense's biggest challenges so far this season. Like they handle the pocket passer no problem. Mobile quarterbacks, a little dicey.
Yeah, and they got a mobile one, and really Virginia's offense, it centers around that one-man show of Perkins, either through the air or on the ground. So I formation here again for Virginia. Tight end gets split wide. Drop back, another quick slant. And Kareem, who was back in coverage on the tackle.
Oh, okay, sure.
Shades of BVG, dropping ends. What the hell, Clark?
Yeah, seriously.
So inside the red zone is Virginia. They have 4 wide. One of them is tight end that goes into motion down the far sideline. Perkins back to pass, and it goes to the tight end, opposite drag. 5-yard gain for Cowley. 3rd and 1.
Is that an injury already?
No, just slow to get up, it looks like. So 3rd and 1 on the Irish 13-yard line. Going to need a big play here to get the stop. Handoff, trying to bounce it out to the outside.
What?
It was stopped, but Tualapapa, is that how we do it? Tualapapa? Gets the first down.
Aulapapa, looks like.
Tualapalapala.
Aulapapa.
So 1st and 10, handoff, and this time the Irish are all over it, but again, another 1-yard gain.
Okay.
At least a 1-yard average.
Good on you. Bully.
Virginia comes out with 4 wide. And a handoff again to Tualapapa. And a 4-yard gain, 3rd and 5. So Virginia getting very, very conservative all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, I mean, once they got the new fresh set of downs, it was kind of like, okay, we don't need to rush this. It's the rain. Let's not fuck this up, which is, hey, Notre Dame. Have you heard of that?
Well, Perkins back to pass, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. Joe Reed on the reception.
Fucker. Well, I mean, they turned it over inside their own 50-yard line on this, literally the second play. I mean, you know, they deserved it.
How's everybody feeling right now?
They earned that shit.
Let's check. So Milfy's trying to perform an exorcism. 8 screens, 3 false starts prediction. The sim is already drunk. Best start. Yep, everybody's in a great mood.
Oh, yeah. We're off and kicking, guys.
Speaking of kicking, the PAT is up and good. So Virginia takes a 7-0 lead with 5:38 left to go in the first quarter.
And fighting Broncos.
Oh, I already feel bad. Feels real bad, man. Notre Dame takes us from outside their end zone across the 25. Keys takes it to the 27.
All right.
So, yeah, 2 plays, really, and a disaster for the Irish. So it can't get worse, right?
Yeah, right?
Well, let's see here. 1st and 10, Irish taking over on their 27. 5 wide, drink. And a pass down to the near sideline. And Michael Young, welcome back. 3-yard reception.
This is one of Sim Book's favorite passes, and I don't fucking get it. Like a 5-yard or under, direct out to the sideline, falling away. What the fuck?
Because there was no defender there, so you might as well, right? Another 5-wide drink, and Keys had to try to dive for that one, and he's hit, and it falls to the ground.
Still didn't. He died for nothing.
3rd and 7 on the Irish 30. They come out with 3 wide. Jones Jr. in the backfield with Book in the shotgun. He is back to pass, and this goes to Jones, but it was thrown a little low, and he had to come back and get it. No gain.
That's another one. That's another Sim Book pass right there. That 2-yard underneath route that literally does nothing.
Oh, it's like a Mitch Trubisky numbers right now. 3 for 5 for not even 20 yards.
Well, at least it's not an interception.
That's what we're trying to feel good about, Milfy. Thank you. Not an interception. Well, Virginia will take over damn near at midfield.
Run the damn ball.
Well,
right?
There have been 0 runs so far for the Irish.
Not one.
Well, 5 wide for Virginia. Drink. Perkins back to pass. And it is complete across the 45.
5 wide fullbacks.
Oh, man.
If only we could pull that off. 2nd and 3 here for Virginia. They are now in Irish territory on the 45. Handoff to Tuilapapa. And he is across for the first down. And looks like we may get 15 more with the face mask.
Yeah, you just Tuilapapa on down for a first down. Okay.
Face mask.
Oh,
Defense.
even better.
Yeah, so Jalen Elliott is, that little penalty is going to put UVA on the 22-yard line.
I was going to say, does anyone happen to remember a game against a team I think called NC State in which a monsoon occurred and something similar took place?
Well, this isn't even a monsoon. This is just rain. Well, hey, a screen pass. There's the first one, and it is dropped for a loss of 2.
Yeah, but you see, like, it's rain in the Northeast in the fall, so Brian Kelly, that doesn't work for him.
Yeah, we got shades of NC State 2016, Oklahoma 2014. Everybody's worst nightmares getting brought up here. Perkins has 4 wide and a running back in the backfield with him. 2nd and 12 on the 25. And a handoff, Alohi Gilman all over that one.
Yeah, you ate shit. Just that. Dropped him for 2, and the play never got started. But this is the thing. Now that they've keyed in on the run, what are they going to do about Bryce Perkins?
That's fine. Hopefully a spy, especially on 3rd and 14. And Perkins does drop back, and he's got all freaking day. Still has on day. He throws the end zone. Thankfully broken up by Elliott.
If he'd gone for the receiver underneath and not the back end of the end zone, that'd have been a touchdown.
Absolutely. Pass rush, where are you?
Where? What is this pass rush you speak of?
So the 43-yard attempt is up, and through the rain it is good. So Virginia extends their lead 10-0 with 3:34 left here to go in the first quarter.
Now watch. There'll be a couple screens, maybe a counter play, quarterback draw, punt.
Yeah, reading this drive is going to be fun. There is a flag down on the kickoff return. Keys took it out to the 38 or 28, and it will come back, clipping on the Irish. So that little hangover, maybe the Xbox can protect that, because this is incredibly sloppy right now on all accounts.
This isn't a hangover. Notre Dame has to get its stomach pumped right now.
we're in the ER.
Yeah.
The Irish
alcohol poisoning.
The Irish are now taking over on their 14. Book has 3 receivers, and he is back to pass. Sure, why not? And he throws it to nobody.
Hey, man, that was a great pass to the paint on the floor. He fucking nailed it.
I'm going to be driven insane right now. I did not bring out enough beers for this. And, read option. Book pulls it down, and he has a first down. Look at that.
Isn't it weird how running the ball worked?
Yeah, especially because that is... you're supposed to be able... This defense is physical, but Notre Dame should be able to get push on them. And a little swing pass here to Keys, and he gets dropped, but there is a flag on the play. Holding... How? It was on the opposite sideline. Michael Young gets hit for holding, and he was on the opposite sideline of that play. And
it's
you see how
almost
pissed the sideline looked?
Those garbage behind the line of scrimmage passes don't seem to be helping either.
1st and 20, Irish are now right back where they started. This pass is complete, and Fink breaks 2 tackles. He's across to the 40. Well.
Okay. Can we rely on breaking out of fucking tackles this whole game, though?
And with Fink, of all people. Well, that puts Irish all the way to their own 42. 1st and 10 coming up with 3 minutes left to go, and a handoff up the gut. And that looked like a horse collar, but I don't know if that exists in this game.
I don't think it does, actually.
So 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. The Irish are sticking with this too tight set they came out in. Book is back to pass. Big drop. Is complete to Claypool, and 1st down across midfield for the first time all game.
Okay, so offense is moving. Let's see what they can do here. Let's be optimistic. All right.
Yeah, and this is one of the things we wondered with the return of Cole Kmet. More 2 tight end sets, causing lots of mismatch.
Yeah.
And Jones, he went a little past his blockers there. Banks was pulling, and he ran around him.
It was like he was going to meet the second-level defender. Like, oh, no, I'm over here. Let's go that way. Come on.
2nd and 9, another handoff. Almost the same play there. 4 yards, so 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Irish. They are on the Virginia 42. I would say this is 4-down territory.
I think so. At this point, you've lost control of the pacing of this game, so you need to get back in it.
Another handoff up the gut, but going nowhere. 4th and 5,
Incoming
so
punt.
yeah, I fear it, and there it is. We are Big Tenning the shit out of this.
Yeah, boy.
Well, last time the Irish did do this in the sim, it ended up a nice coffin corner, and this looks shanked.
Shakeopotamus.
Oh, he dropped the buff punt. It's still loose. The Irish recover the
necessity.
fumble.
Notre Dame has the ball.
How in the world?
I've never seen the sim do this.
The punt was a line drive shank. It goes.
Georgia, you guys. The sim is just a week behind. We get it now.
All of a sudden, the Irish take over in the red zone and come out 5 wide drink.
I have a new hypothesis about the science behind this.
And Book gets dropped for a sack. What's the hypothesis now for 2nd and
That
18?
we are just a week behind. The sim knows what actually is coming. It's just on like a light speed delay. Let's pretend the sim exists in a universe, 7 light days away. That's what's happening here.
Well, we are using an Xbox 360. We're a generation behind, so that
There you
makes
go.
sense. Oh,
Time
here comes
travel.
the screen, but the blockers are actually set up.
Oh, shit.
A 5-yard gain. So 3rd and 13, the Irish are now back on the 20. So they've lost yardage so far.
Yep. Bet money they'll either throw a touchdown here or throw it completely into the stands.
Book is back to pass. We'll see where that throw ends up, Shane. He's got time. It goes to the end zone, and it is almost picked off.
Oof. I mean, we all saw it, right? Even from back here. Like both defenders clamping down from both directions.
Dora will come out, kick a 37-yarder. It is up, and it is good. So the Irish kind of squander that gift, only get 3. Virginia 10, Notre Dame 3, 1:07 left in this absolutely insane first quarter.
I don't want to seem too cynical, but part of me kind of wished the sim made them miss that. Just to be like, you know what?
You don't deserve points. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
you don't
You don't
deserve
deserve this. Well, Virginia takes this kick past the 25, and we got another flag. Are we going to have the good old clipping again?
That's right.
We sure are.
It's
So,
funny. I played this game for so long that I started to understand the patterns of how the screen moves when what kind of penalty's coming. Yeah.
we don't have a problem at all. We got this figured out. So, on the 12, will Virginia star Perkins back in the shotgun with 4 wide. Irish come with 3 down linemen. And Okwara get a hit in the backfield and cleaned up by Elliott. 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 upcoming.
I can't hate. I do like saying Taula Papa.
And that was that's the Julian Okwara we've expected. Be nice if he finish the play though.
Expected, and is now, if my watch is correct, 3 games late.
2nd and 12. 45 seconds left here to go in the first quarter. Perkins has an I formation behind him. Throws a lateral
pass again?
basically, and Alohi Gilman just got
Who the fuck is this
trucked.
guy?
Tua Papa just trucked Gilman back about 5 yards, but he only is able to get Virginia to a 3rd and 8. Back in the pistol, Perkins drops back to pass, has pressure, and it is picked off.
Intercepted.
Asmir Bilal goes to the 20, to the 15. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, the game is tied.
Can anyone check on Rex with Mallow? Has his dick blown off of his body?
That one was right to him and makes a good move and some good blocking by the Irish defenders to open up that little short scamper to the end zone.
That's what I'm talking about. See? Now? Okay. Are we worried yet? No? Hangover? Good?
No, well, we may be past hangover and in full drunk with the sim as Dora does get the official tying kick in. So with 22 seconds left, 10-10.
So here's what happened, right? We chugged at Georgia. We spent the first quarter booting, and now we're rallying.
And now we just had a shotgun pick six.
That's correct.
Well, Virginia takes this back and does not get to the 25, and another penalty. Good God.
Yeah. everyone. It's basically, it seems like when it rains, they have to clip. I don't know.
There's less clipping at a barber shop. Jesus Christ. Well, Virginia will start this drive on their own 11. The last time they were back here, they threw it right to 22.
Hey, not a bad idea. I'm just saying.
Perkins back to pass and a quick look route, and did they grease the jerseys plus the rain? Because I don't understand the tackling.
See, that's the thing. The game has always made it when it's rainy, people have a hard time tackling, but I feel like the opposite is true. Like, everyone's heavier.
Right. So this will be the last play of the first quarter. Perkins almost slips and falls and now takes off. There is no spy, and he breaks a tackle, and it's fumbled. Crawford knocks it loose. Notre Dame recovers. Troy Pride has recovered. 3 turnovers for Virginia as the first quarter winds down.
They might review this and overturn.
Let's see. No, that ball is out.
That's loose.
That ball is absolutely out as Sean Crawford comes up big.
Wow. So did you say 3 turnovers?
3 turnovers. Muff punt, interception, fumble.
Woo! Buddy. Not sure if you heard. The rules do not encourage this.
If this happens, oh my God, Twitter's going to be on fire. It'll be great.
The whole scenario.
Well, over the middle goes Keys, and he has a first down, and there's a flag. I don't know if this is holding or face mask. A good old clipping. Well, now the Notre Dame is going to, apparently it happened downfield because they're going to give the Irish the first down. It'll be 1st and 11. They're only going to back up 1 yard total.
Okay.
This sim is beyond drunk right now.
Yo, I love this shit.
Book is setting up a screen, and the blockers are there, but again, runs around them.
It's the outside.
Go between your 2 blockers, Tony. Between the 2 blockers. He does get 8 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up. Irish are now back in the red zone. A 2 tight end formation still out. Book back to pass. Has a lot of time. Throws it over the middle to Komet, and that's a nice jumping catch for a first down.
Kind of hyper-realistic. Like, he just kind of appeared. It was like, mine.
Yeah, it was kind of like the touchdown against Georgia. No, I want this one. And I am 7 feet tall. Hey, false start Irish. All right.
Tell me it's 74.
There we go.
Tell me it was 70-fucking-4.
Oh, they're not giving us a number.
Snitch. They won't snitch. Okay, all right. That was Eichenberg who was having a fucking penalty fiesta at Georgia.
False start drink.
Sounds good to me. Book back to pass. And it is dropped by Fink.
Wasn't batted down, right?
Nope, absolutely dropped. There was nobody around Fink. So the Irish now have 2nd and goal once again from the 13-yard line. 4 wide, 3 receivers down towards the near sideline. Book back to pass. It is complete to Keys, across to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Come on, go for it. I don't give a fuck if it's 4th down, go for it.
So we got 4 receivers bunched towards the side, the formation. Book has time, throws it towards the far sideline, and an easy walk-in for Keys for the touchdown.
I genuinely expected them to fuck this up.
They almost did, but they pulled it out, a nice little flat route, and Keys just settles in underneath the zone, which, why are you playing zone like that?
Yeah, they weren't even playing zone. They were playing, we're just going to line up on the back of the end zone and see what happens.
Oh, wait, we got to cover the front of it, too? Shit,
no fade? Damn.
Well, all of a sudden, 17-10, Notre Dame leads with 7 minutes left to go in an absolutely crazy half.
Don't you love basketball games on a football field? Right? 10-0 run, 17-0 run. Oh.
We have yet to have a full normal drive. We've punted inside the 50 is the most normal thing that has happened in the sim.
This game is drugs.
Dorr kicked out for a touchback, so Virginia will take over on the 25. Perkins comes out with 4 receivers, hands this off to Tuilapapa, and he gets a 2-yard gain.
All right. So the defense has basically lived off of catching them off guard, making turnovers happen. Now it's a matter of, like, can they just get a 3 and out? I mean, I figure they could.
It would be nice. They have 3 down linemen here facing another 4 wide. And again, Tuilapapa this time gets 5 yards. The line had a little bit more push than I expected.
But it's 3rd and 3. And this is a prime, fucking run the QB on a read. So can they actually do something about Perkins? Because I feel like so far he's kind of done what he's wanted to do.
Well, Bilal showed blitz, and they actually bring somebody else, and this time Perkins gets brought down.
Murder. That's what I'm talking about.
Kurt Heinisch gets credit for the sack.
See, I respect and appreciate that play, not because of the result, but because he immediately answered the question I posed. Thank you.
Well, now we have our first normal punt of the game on the left side of the 50. The kick is up, and it will come down to Fink at about the 40.
Oh my God.
And he is across midfield and gets a little stiff arm, and he breaks that tackle. He's another stiff arm across the 40, and we have another fucking flag.
Yep. It's the weather, man. In this game, does not compute.
Apparently, they cannot stay up on their feet and block properly, so instead, they decline the penalty?
What? Okay.
What? What? that just happened. Virginia just declined a 15-yard penalty as Jones takes it up for a 5-yard gain.
This game, what the fuck, man?
How does that happen?
The game said, "Would you take it in the butt?" And Virginia said, "Would you like some lube?"
A 4-yard gain for Jones up the middle, 3rd and 1. What the
hell?
I cannot believe this.
Yo, I want this exact game to happen.
Oh, a great pull down by Book, and it's across the 20 to the 15. That was a great read by Ian there for a 13-yard gain.
This exact game on Saturday. I want all of this. I want Bronco Mendenhall declining a penalty on a massive return and just straight face being like, yeah, now what?
Well, Book pulls this read option down, tries to go up the gut, only gets 1 yard. Virginia all over every option on that play. 2nd and 9 on the Virginia 12. I still can't believe that decline penalty. Well, same play here, same results, except no gain this time.
Really odd how that works, huh?
Milfy's blaming me for installing malware. Look, I'm just surprised the Xbox still runs. This some bitch is old.
I mean, it wouldn't be malware. It'd be methware by now.
And then, Fink had to come back and get that pass, and he had to go in front of the sticks, 4th and 2. Notre Dame will not go for it, but I think they may have gotten a gift.
Oh my God.
Nope, never mind. False start.
False start.
We're at home. We're at home. Well, now this will move the kick back to be a, 27-yarder, it looks like.
Is that it?
False start drink.
And the kick is good after the false start drink cheer. Thank you, Milfy. 20-10. Now the score with 4:39 left to go in this drunk-ass half.
It's only the first half, you guys.
Hey, Notre Dame's almost covering. Well, I'll tell you what, special teams all over it. Not even getting to the 20 there. I like the second quarter stats for Virginia. A whole lot of nothing.
Not great. He's attempted 0 passes, and they've done 0 anything. That's amazing.
Yeah, Perkins will hand off again to Tuilapapa. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Hoos.
I mean, we can't talk shit. Notre Dame in the third quarter last week only had 15 total fucking yards. But, bro, those are like straight zeros.
Oh, almost jumped that little looker out there. That would have been a fat guy touchdown if Khalid gets his hands up. 3rd and 5 upcoming. Can the Irish get another 3 and out?
Make it happen. Get a sack.
Well, they're going to come with 3 down linemen. Bilal looking like he's blitzing. And he will come. Corner pressure too, but they left a tight end wide open. That's what the corner would have been on. Cali gets the first down after a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, they gave it up there, but they had to work for it. It's clear that Notre Dame has reestablished. Yeah, we're running this shit, not you.
Oh, that won't jinx anything.
I'm telling you.
Taulapapa gets a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 upcoming. 3:30 left here to go into the half. Virginia has the ball on their own 37-yard line. They come out 4 wide, 3 towards the far sideline. Another handoff to Taulapapa, and he shakes a tackle in the backfield. Elliott barely brings him down after he gets across the 6.
That's the only thing that cannot be undone is like missed tackles in this weather. Like you can't have those on major downs.
Absolutely, and right now Perkins leads Virginia. They're almost to midfield on the 47 right now. Handoff again, this time about 8 yards. PK Kier on the carry, 2nd and 2.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
I appreciate ND Gal finally coming in with Heinisch Herdahu. It doesn't matter if it's a half hour late. That's great.
I like to think she's saying it took her a half hour to come up with it.
It is very much worth it. That's genius.
I love it.
Meanwhile, first down Who's as PK Kier gets another first down. Perkins, the little RPO action there. 6-yard gain. Chapman comes down with the pass, 2nd and 4. So now the Who's driving.
They're nickel and diming. They're finally slowing down and trying to see maybe we can actually try to be competent. See what happens there.
Well, they are on the Irish 37 right now, coming out with 4 wide, 3 to the near sideline. Taulapapa gets this, and he just shucks Drew White. The stiff arms that we have seen this season have been violent.
This kid Taulapapa, even though he's been getting tackled, he's also the same guy that took a 3rd and 20 and made it 3rd and 8. With
5 wide on 3rd and 1. That's some BK shit.
All right, Oregon, watch out.
Well, it is complete across the middle, and inside the red zone goes Virginia. Ben Hogg with a 13-yard gain. Ben Hagen.
Ah, fuck, man. I love football. God damn it. Ben Hogg. Ah.
Well, PK gets another handoff here, and he gets a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 as the Who's officially go inside the red zone. They come out in I formation, 3 wide. Irish could use a nice little stop here. Perkins takes a little too long, and the center jumped off. Oops.
Right.
So they will jump back to 2nd and 13 now and go outside the red zone to the 23. 1:36 left here to go in the half. Perkins is in the pistol, 4 wide. And a quick pass to nobody. Way out of bounds. That was closer to the mums catching than anything else.
Yeah, that's the ushers are not on your team.
3rd and 13. 4 wide, 3 towards the near sideline. Perkins back to pass, gets a little bit of pressure, throws it, and the tackle made right before the sticks there.
They're not going to go for it.
No, they are not going for it, indeed. 4th and 1, they will kick the short little 29-yard field goal, 28 actually.
I thought you were Cavaliers, not cowards.
They're
They're
gonna
going to take the penalty?
No, they're gonna bleed the clock, I think is what they're doing.
The game is completely on drugs.
If they take the penalty, I'm gonna die laughing.
They are going to take the fucking penalty.
Now, I should remind you, BK has all 3 of his timeouts and is managing the end of this half about as well as the end of the Georgia first half, rather.
The snap at 2 seconds.
The kick is up, and we don't have too much kicking fuckery this time. Right down Main Street.
The game either does that. When it comes to kicks, it's either it kicks at right at 2 seconds, or if it's paused, they're fucked.
Well, 48 seconds left. Notre Dame has an opportunity for a big return across the 25 to the 30. Some keys getting the short kick, takes it downfield pretty well.
Now bomb it. Fuck it. Just go into halftime with your scrotum just out. Go for it.
We have not had an attempt past maybe 15 yards all game long.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in the rain, balls out.
Well, we got another little short one, but this Fink makes a couple moves, first down, and this time BK does use the timeout. 36 seconds left. Irish on their own 45, coming out with 4 wide, 3 to the far sideline. Book back to pass. Has a lot of time.
Do it!
Now he does not have any time, and he is
Fucking
sacked. 7-yard loss. BK uses his second timeout. 30 seconds left. 2nd and 17. 5 wide for the Irish. Drink. They are on their own 38-yard line. Book back to pass. Throws it to the sideline. It's dropped. Whatever. It would have been a 1-yard gain anyway. 3rd and 17.
In the shoulder? I'm just like, nah, I don't want that.
Looked like it hit him in the hands.
Okay.
Here's a stat that'll make you feel comfortable. Notre Dame 2 for 6 on 3rd down so far.
Yeah.
Look, setting up a screen. This will help the conversion rate.
Hurry the fuck up and run. Oh, okay. Or go outside. Sure.
So now Virginia uses a timeout with 20 seconds left, and the Irish will punt.
Drug time. If they score, oh my God.
4th and 16.
Oh.
Fuck me in the goat ass.
We are responsible people. Oh my
The
gosh.
sim it just has a way of bringing out really the best in you, you know?
It really does. I didn't know that the text-to-speech would go that dirty, but there we are.
Hey, you know?
Virginia gets the ball back. They call timeout
And
to
they
have the
fucking
punt,
run it.
and they run it like cowards. And that is going to end the half. Wow.
Yeah.
Is the game stuck? Oh, okay, good. I was a little bit worried there.
It's like permanent huddle. Forever.
We are going to stand here and stare at Virginia ass for the entire half.
God.
Well, at the half, Notre Dame still has the lead somehow in this one, 20-13.
I feel like they have the same lead as like a drug dealer has on his clients. It's like we're all in the same game. We're all kind of fucked anyway, you know. I just have more of it.
Well, that about sums up my analysis right there. Just grabbing another beer because
Yeah, speaking of, tragedy has struck the Shane household.
Oh no, the Hennessy is gone.
Yeah, that's a void bottle. So,
Oh, sad times.
yeah.
I would pour some out for you, but I don't have anything to pour into right now.
I can say, though, this entire bottle was dedicated to Notre Dame football. Like, I didn't drink a single piece of this or drop of this outside of watching either Saturdays or this fucking insane sim.
So more drank during Georgia or the sim?
Sim, actually. A lot more during the sim. They don't give a fuck, man. They go 5 wide a lot.
The halftime stats are pretty atrocious, to be quite honest. It's Notre Dame is losing the time of possession battle by 3 full minutes.
Dude.
And that's with Virginia turning the ball over 3 times.
Can we just say, like, oh, the rushing yards. Like, if we could just take that stat off the screen for the rest of the season, please. 29 and a half. Thanks.
Oh.
You can see exactly where the 7 points exist, right? Right there in that turnover differential.
Well, Notre Dame will kick it off. So Virginia has a chance to tie the game up on their first drive of the opening half, to open the second half.
We'll see what
And
happens
a touchback for Dorr. Yeah, Milfy reiterating the total yardage, 144 to 132.
there. Yeah, man, these teams are on fire.
We're on some Big Ten shit right now.
Watch out.
Perkins back to pass, and it goes to the sideline for 6 yards. Is that Hassiz Dubois? Hassiz
I
Dubois?
think it's Assis Dubois. Yeah.
That's a hell of a name.
I've heard that name. Probably the solid room, actually. But yeah, Assis Dubois.
2nd and 4. A little bit of pressure applied by Kareem.
Oh!
Oh, look at that. A sideline pass where it actually toes the sideline and running forward for a first down.
I just say that he got wrecked as he was letting go of that ball.
He earned that first down. Who's now on the 35-yard line. Sends tight end in motion. Perkins back to pass. Steps up. Almost stepped up too far, but gets rid of it just in time. Talalapapa with a 5-yard reception, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Virginia.
You get the feeling they like the guy.
Just a little bit.
Every fucking play goes through Talalapapa.
2nd and 5 for Virginia. Speed option here gets blown up immediately by Okwara. You're supposed to read him, not get killed by him.
I know that was a little speed option, but fuck you. That's a sack, you bitch.
That was impressive. Well, 3rd and 10, you better get off the field. I feel like the Irish are tempting fate with 3 down linemen right now, though.
Yeah, right. They're trying to fucking yeah, go
false
for it.
Start. Look at that.
Start your ass.
Did a Notre Dame crowd just cause havoc?
Come on, let's not give him credit. This
I do think we need an exorcism on this Xbox. We know that's bullshit.
That's absolute bullshit.
Especially like, look, if it was Michigan, maybe. A Virginia, nah.
You say?
And almost
sack,
sacked
you say?
again. And a check down goes for 4-yard loss. Heinisch hurt another who there, ND gal.
Heinisch hurts another who.
Oh, that was going to be a screen. Heinisch just sat there and waited. That is mean.
Yeah, just like, come on, catch it, buddy. Come on.
It's
catch
like,
it.
oh, it's a screen. I could jump this route, or I could kill him.
I could wait and watch because I know he's going to get it.
Well, the Who's will punt it away, and Fink will receive this at his own 40, and he goes forward and knocks him. Wow, God, what is Fink trucking people?
So the defender was engaged by his blocker and being pushed inside, and Fink said, no, come this way, to me, come to me. He ran at him.
The Irish will take over just shy of midfield, coming out with 3 wide, taking their sweet time here.
Anybody?
And this goes absolutely nowhere. Virginia had 3 people behind the line of scrimmage on that 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 coming up here for the Irish. And, oh, gosh, Jones, your stat lines.
Dude.
7 rushes for 16 yards.
Yeah, well, I mean, can we just, I don't know. We'll talk about that after.
How dark do we want to go? Well, it looks like we already have another flag. And, well, technically it was thrown downfield.
Look, all I cared about was that he let it go, man. It was evident he was going to get fucking sacked, and it's a free fucking play.
Yeah, offside. So the free play, I feel better about that. That was from their all-everything defender, Snowden. Second and 7 right now. That is the player to look out for on Virginia's defense. It is Snowden, gigantic linebacker.
So Snowden wants to cross your lines. Okay.
3rd and 5. As Jones Jr. goes barely anywhere on that run. 3 wide, Book under center. Komet going in motion towards the far sideline. Book back to pass. He needs. Oh, he did get rid of it, but it is picked off for his 2nd interception of the game.
All right.
Oh boy. And
So-
yes, Milfy pointing out Snowden's size 6'7". He tall.
Yeah, he big, he large, he grande. So okay, at this point, are we surprised that we're at a 20-13 game in the 3rd quarter against Virginia the week after Georgia? Really?
Honestly, no. What I am surprised is the turnovers.
Right. It's the way we got here that is absolutely surprising.
It's Ian Book threading rain-ins.
The rain-ins.
You mean INTs, dude?
Yeah, you got to space it out. You got to go I space N T.
And space T capitals, if you will, too.
2nd and 5 on their own 45 is Virginia. And this is picked off. Pride hops around.
Hey!
Oh, no, that
right.
isn't Pride. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Wow, just absolute jump by Vaughn. That's who it was. I thought I saw a 5 down there. Absolutely did not. He did that. He looked like he was very drunk. Like, I don't know what to do with this football.
Dante Vaughn was like, oh, shit, a ball. Who? I give it to the cab driver.
So now the Irish take over on Virginia's 45 after dueling interceptions. So Book gets a chance to second life here.
Now somebody score.
Pulls down a read option across to the 40. Almost gets to the 1st down. 2nd and 1 coming up with 5 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. And Book will come out. He will keep 3 wide. They're all towards the near sideline. Another read option. This time he pulls it down for the 1st down. Again, Book leading rusher.
Yep. Not a good sign. You can't have it so that if Jafar's out, we have no running game to speak of.
Get well soon, Jafar. Please get well soon.
Cannot be the case.
Oh, we got a flag. We may have multiple. That looked like a face mask at the end, too.
Offside defense.
Wow.
But it looks like we're only going to get offside. So 1st and 5 on the 25. Snowden again jumping off. That's his second one. Getting a little bit anxious there.
Yeah. I mean, look, when you're 6'7", your center of gravity is, who the fuck knows where?
Apparently across the line of scrimmage.
I feel like it's in his forehead,
Book back to pass. Has all day. Throws. He threw one down the sideline and led his receiver.
Yes, Lawrence Keys was open for 5 whole seconds before.
I call that route the stopped wheel, the stall breakdown, because that's exactly what that was.
Wheel of Fortune, because it stops it.
And again, Jones, tell me where you've heard this before. Screen pass runs outside his blocker, 1 yard gain.
Oh, that is so unlike him.
2nd and goal from the 8 yard line now.
Corner route to the open field.
Book in the shotgun. Do we remember we have Cole Kmet on the team? I'm just curious. Oh, hey, there he is. And, oh, wow. He had to jump up high to grab that one, but he gets hit as soon as he touches the ball. 3rd and goal now. The Irish will try to get their third down conversion. They are 2 for 8 so far on the day. And we got another screen. This one goes to Jameer Smith, but the same result, running outside blockers.
What is that?
Do they not trust Patterson to get out there?
I don't really know what it is. The blockers have gotten in place 2 different times. He's just cut on the wrong direction.
The 25-yard field goal is up, and it is good. So the Irish push the lead back to 10, 23-13 with 3:51 left to go.
Now, what? The hope would be that Notre Dame can get the stop or force another turnover and finally seal this away. Because once you get past 2 scores, I feel like this shit's over.
It's weird because this game doesn't have a feel to it one way or the other. It's like this game exists.
When you do an experiment, you have the control group and then you have the variables. This is a fucking variable. This thing is just out of control.
Look at that, the Notre Dame crowd getting back into it. A false start. This crowd gets hype in the rain.
Sure they do. All old and cold and, mad about just generally being there.
So after Andy Gal has brought up a point, I will get to it after this. Perkins does a book. He throws to the sideline for a Tuilapapa 4-yard loss. 2nd and 19. So Javon McKinley and Avery Davis did not fit on the roster because you can only fit 69 players on here, and those were apparently the ones left off. So quick 7-yard reception by Jana, 3rd and 12 coming up. And not only that, subs in this game, even though we have some generous sub settings, still don't happen very often, especially when the teams go no huddle.
You have to force them. Oh, screen.
And screen goes nowhere. So 3 and out.
I don't know. Look, that's what I said, right? Either get the turnover or get the stop. This is the way that they can put this game away. Hell, fucking block this kick. Go for it. Go crazy. Do some insane shit.
Well, it just looks like we'll be a straight return here. This kick looks a little short. Again, right at the 40. And Fink gets across the 50 for an 11-yard return.
That's all that fucking matters. Get back across that 50. This can be a 1-play fucking drive, a 5-play drive, a 10-play drive. I don't give a shit. But at this point, they need to put more points and extend this lead to 2 scores.
How many times are you going to start in plus territory and not come away with a touchdown?
That's what I'm saying.
Jones gets a handoff. Only goes for a yard.
Cool.
And that was a straight handoff over towards the right side of the line. Just nothing doing at all.
Not at all.
Book back to pass this time. Throws across the middle to Kmet. 6-yard gain. 3rd and 3 coming up.
To be fair, for all the shit we talked in the first quarter, the passing game is finally what's working.
for all 125 yards.
Yeah.
And, we ran the damn ball, and we got hit by 3 linemen right at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 3 coming up for the Irish.
It feels like Tony Jones is really not reading the flow of the plays. A play will flow in a certain direction, usually based on what direction he's running. But you can see which direction the defenders are crashing, and he's not reading that shit.
On 4th and 3, the Irish will go for it. Book back to pass, throws over the middle, and it is dropped by Young.
Dude. That was a straight up first down, and he was just sitting there.
Well, that ball came out all kinds of janky, but still, right in the breadbasket. You got to pull that down. So Virginia will take over on their own 40. Yeesh.
Wow, I was on downs?
Yep, that was fourth down.
Drugs.
So many drugs. Well, Chapman gets a quick little out here for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 coming up.
All right.
So many flat routes, short outs, little semi-wheels, not even
Watch for
full
a
wheels.
turnover. Watch for the turnover.
Perkins will hand this off to Taulapapa, excuse me. 6-yard gain, first down. Who's?
Yo, I'm not going to lie. This is the first time I've seen that mascot do that fucking jiggy and be like, yo, that guy looks badass.
I don't know. That Cavalier still disturbs me.
He's just a giant-headed blue and orange Zorro. I mean, let's be real.
Perkins back to pass, throws it into the flat to Taulapapa, and he goes
there?
all the way for the first down.
Nobody home?
So
He caught the ball in the backfield.
nobody there for at least 15 yards. So Perkins finally goes over 100 yards passing with that. Now comes up with 5 wides, so Virginia feeling spicy.
It's passing.
And passes it across the middle for a 6-yard gain. Tavares Kelly brings it down, 2nd and 4. They are on the Irish 34-yard line right now. 50 seconds left here to go in the third quarter. Perkins back to pass. Has a lot of time. Pulls it down. No spy. And he just runs around everybody.
No, it's kind of like they reskinned a Denard Robinson character into this game.
Oh,
right?
no.
I mean,
Don't bring up those memories. Don't do that, Shane.
Just saying, like the speed and the corner turning. I mean, nobody's spying him.
1st and 10 on the Irish 22. And I don't even...
Yeah.
That looked like illegal motion and all kinds of weirdness. Like, one of the running backs was going, like, full arena football motion.
So they had 5 men in the backfield, first of all.
A 5 wide drink. And almost picked off again by Vaughn.
What the fuck is... Okay, I mean, no disrespect, but Vaughn, huh?
3rd and 10 on the Irish 22. 5 wide once again for Virginia.
Here comes the
Back to pass and
Sure.
taking time towards the end zone. And he drops it. 4th and
Okay.
10 coming up for Virginia.
I mean, you guys can celebrate, but it's really oh shit, we only gave him 3.
Well, this will be a 39-yard attempt on the right hash. The kick is up. And it is good. Snuck that inside the left upright.
Oh my god. I was like, no, it's gonna miss.
I thought he missed it.
I really thought I did.
So again, a 7-point lead we've been brought back to. 21 seconds left here to go in the third.
Get that return.
Key's been having a nice return day. 27 yards again.
You know, pick a side, push all the gunners in one direction, see if we can get some space.
So the Irish will take over on their own 27-yard line now. 4 wide, 3 towards the near sideline. Book hands off. There is a hole there this time. Jones sprints through it. 8-yard gain. Look at that.
Tony Jones weaving in and out of tackles. Look at that shit.
I don't know if the Irish will get this off in time.
I don't give
2,
a shit, do it.
1. They do not. So that will be the end of the third quarter. We go into the fourth. Notre Dame 23, Virginia 16.
And all of us uncomfortable.
But again, this is not surprising. I said on the Picks Pod I would have put this at about 10 for Notre Dame. That's basically what the game's been the entire time.
I'm going to tell you what. I don't give a fuck what the spread gets to for real. I'm not touching this fucking game. Nope.
Well, a little quick pass here out in the flat, and Jameer Smith gets the first down.
Okay, so not exactly a speed back to mix it up, but just somebody with a little bit of, shake and bake, something a little different.
It is a 2 running back formation.
Oh, shit, be still.
And a pass that goes nowhere. There were 2 different people open and thrown right in the middle of both of them.
I couldn't tell exactly who he was passing to. Yeah, it was pretty weird.
So far, Book has put together a 132-yard performance. Just, ugh.
Nice job. Good day, buddy.
Book back in the shotgun. And back to pass, and Young drops another one.
Okay, so Sim Young, get the fuck off the field.
He's a little rusty. It's been a while.
Sim Young. I don't give a fuck. He's a spy.
So 3 wide here. Claypool comes in motion to join the other 2 receivers on the far sideline. Book back to pass. Here comes another damn screen. Blockers were not even close to it there. 4th and 8 coming up for the Irish after a 2-yard gain.
So the Irish don't seem to be, what's the word, trying.
Well, they need to do something. 7:30 left. At least the defense needs to do something. Virginia coming after the punt, but Brantley gets it away. And this is going to be returned at the 20, across to the 30, 32, before Billy Kemp is stopped after a 12-yard return. Let's have an interception highlight reel, and
Holy schnickies, 134 passing yards. Amazeballs.
So, can we just say 2 words there that fucking thing nailed? Schnikes.
I can't believe it got Schnikes and Amazeballs. 1st and 10, Virginia takes over on their own 32. Perkins back to pass.
He's running.
Rolls outside the pocket and throws it. He let him just a little bit too much.
He had the field judge wide open.
No joke, though. His receiver was open 20-plus yards downfield. That could have been a disaster. Perkins hands it off to Tuilapapa. And again, another hit in the backfield.
Got murdered.
Drew White getting cocky, man. I love it.
Look,
With the 1-yard loss.
You're up 1 fucking touchdown. Put your finger back in your goddamn pocket. God
Yeah,
damn it.
Khalid
No.
Kareem got first contact on there. You just cleaned it up, son.
Khalid.
Perkins is in the pistol with 2 backs. He drops back to pass. Screen getting set up here, and Tuilapapa runs.
What the
Somehow
fuck?
runs around a Notre Dame defender, but it doesn't matter. 4th and 9. Good God, the screens upon screens upon screens.
MTA.
So Virginia will punt it away after a very ineffective 3-and-out drive. Fink takes this one in his own 25,
Take the
across to the
outside.
25, to
Take
the
the
40, 45,
outside,
50,
fuck.
to the 45. And he was holding on to the ball for dear life. A 30-yard return. And again, Notre Dame starting in plus territory. Score a freaking touchdown.
Exactly. The goal should be touchdown. Fink's goal is, there's the 50. Fuck it. Down.
5 wide, Jarink. Look, back to pass. And a nice
going.
little out complete. That is a first down. Lindsey for his first reception of the game.
It's time to put this game away.
The Irish will stay 5 wide. Now on the left hash. Look, back to pass.
Inside line.
And a nice Claypool is just sitting right inside the
truck
zone.
for 5 extra yards.
A nice 15-yard gain there by Claypool. All of a sudden, Book's putting some numbers together. He's almost got 180 yards.
What? Say what now? Be still.
Book back to pass again with 5 wide. Out into the
Outside.
flat, and it just looks like he threw that one
Got rid
away.
of it. Got rid of it. Wasn't there. There was 3 guys coming up the edge.
Well, the Irish are going to try a new formation now. 3 receivers. Komet checks back into the game.
Watch out.
Book back to pass. Throws it to Komet.
Oh!
A first down, and he is inside the 5.
Okay, now put Komet in at halfback.
Why does it seem like every time Book is throwing to Komet, he wants to make him jump?
He really does. Or maybe the Komet just wants to jump.
Book throws it in the flat. It is complete, and Jones, he was right on the doorstep of the end zone and stopped
Okay,
just
guys.
short.
Let's not get cute. All right?
Second and goal on the 1-yard
On
line.
the fucking half-yard line.
Irish get cute
Run
never.
the
3 wide in the shotgun.
God
Read
damn it.
option. Book will stroll
Thank
into the end zone.
Roll it.
Finally.
Jesus.
Finally.
Okay,
Touchdown.
based on the progression of this game, this score is insurmountable.
It should be.
It is a fucking insurmountable. 14 points? No. You know what? I'm just going to pack it. You know what? Get rolling clock. Call the 4th quarter. We're done.
Dor puts the kick up and it's good. And Notre Dame is covering 30-16 with
You guys-
5:48 left to go.
My sim space bucks are that's a deep level right there.
If we start putting money on the sim, we need help.
Yo,
No. No.
be out here like a fucking back alley throwing the dice. Like, all right, what do we got?
I love how the game wants to show getting defensive. Sir, this game has been offensive.
Getting defensive? I mean, no. This has been bad.
Perkins comes out in the eye. Oh, Tuolapapa just absolutely crushed Okwara in the face.
That's the third time he has done that to somebody. And this is the same motherfucker that'll lose 10 fucking yards like every drive. Don't get it.
Second and 3 after that 7-yard gain. 4 wide here for Virginia. Perkins hands off again to Tuolapapa, or Taulapapa, and he is finally down after a gain of 3. They give him a very generous spot on that first down.
Yeah, right.
On the 34 now is Virginia. 5:12 left here to go in the game.
Virginia Cavaliers, like if Inigo Montoya.
2 backs in the shotgun. Perkins has a triple option modified here.
Yo!
And he is brought down after a gain of 10. Notre Dame did not know what to do with that.
One of my favorite things about when the game actually runs a true option play is how the little, like, the controller buttons pop up as if you can do some shit about it.
Even though the computer's playing, we still got the pitch button.
Yeah.
And a quick screen out here, and there's some blockers. This could be trouble across midfield. Over to the 40-yard line goes PK Kier.
Way across midfield. That was, what, a 20-something yard catch? I mean, come on. Really?
That's really the first screen that's worked all game. And it was a quick one because he was going to get sacked if he didn't get rid of it.
Yeah, come on. You can't have this shit.
All of a sudden, the crowd gets silent. 4:45 left here to go. 1st and 10. Virginia has pushed it to the Irish 40-yard line. And they will come 5 wide now.
Yeah. There it is.
Perkins back to pass. Throws into the flat. And a 5-yard gain for Mr. Ben Hogg. That's some Virginia ass.
I fucking love that name so much. They can't keep playing that 5 wide shit though. That route was almost jumped.
Yeah, well, they're coming in I formation now, and that did not work either.
Ouch.
Taulapapa Bilal with the tackle for loss there.
Okay, so let's just step quickly back for a second. If Bilal has a season like he's having in this sim, man, like.
And he's been having a solid. The sim started predicting his turnaround in New Mexico and really putting it together, and it's been constant. Taulapapa with a 3-yard gain, not nearly enough. 4th and 3 coming up, but it is go for it territory.
Going for it.
5 wide on the Irish 33. Irish are 4 down linemen. Perkins, a draw play, and he has the first down. How do you not spy him?
You cannot. I mean, every 4th down situation, he's going to get the ball.
Milfy called it. QB draw when he saw the formation. And Perkins back to pass. He has 4 wide this time, and that pass is complete on a little hook. 11-yard gain. 3:27 left. I have a feeling Notre Dame's not going to be covering here in a little bit.
Hey, we'll see.
Backdoor.
Interception.
Perkins throws to the end zone, and it is dropped. A touchdown was absolutely dropped.
That was an absolute touchdown. What are you celebrating, Drew White? Get the fuck out of here.
Drew's all about getting his celebrations in.
He is.
And a read option triple. That is pitched out.
Ooh.
And, that is a touchdown. PK Kier.
Nice play, dude. I'm not even going to trip. That was a badass little play to pull right there.
It looked like Perkins pulled it down the read option, but the Irish forgot about the pitch man that was out there, and just not enough defenders. Great blocking downfield by the receivers. And all of a sudden, Virginia has a chance to pull this within 7. So with 3:14 left to go, the PAT is up, and it is good.
Incoming onside.
I think we may still be too early for the onside. Red flag. Weird. Can't defend the option. Haven't seen that before.
What are you talking about? Outside. Go outside, you fucking. Okay.
And he is across the 30, across to the 40. Kyron Williams with a 43-yard return.
I think his mom follows me on Twitter for some reason.
That's very interesting, Shane. Well, when you have the lead, you got to come out 5 wide. Oh, Young catches this one for a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
Okay.
This is a weird 4-minute drill, guys. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know, but do it. Fuck it. Go for it. Points. Fuck them.
Still 5 wide here for Book.
Oh no.
I like how we're letting the clock drain in a 5-wide formation right now.
Is that not the ultimate, like, pull your dick out, put it on the table, though? Like, 5 wide. Oh, we're not in a hurry.
We just want you to think about how you're going to cover everybody right
We're just
now.
waiting for the bus. They'll be here any second.
Well, the time the ball snapped, there will be 2:20
seconds.
left to go in the game.
2 seconds.
Book
Throw it.
throws off his back foot. So after you waste all that time, you
Worth
then
it.
give a free timeout.
Heading to Buffalo Wild Wings to punch any fucker about to hit that goddamn overtime lever.
She ran out of breath.
She stroked out before lever.
3rd and 3, and Notre Dame will run a screen. Oh my gosh, will it actually work? It does! First
No
down!
fucking way.
Tony Jones leans forward. That was
I kinda
blown
want
up.
I wanted to get Kyron Williams the ball more.
2:14 left to go in the game. Book back to pass. Why are we passing? Jesus Christ.
Whoa. First down. That's all that matters, man. Get them points.
Virginia calls their second timeout. 2:09 left to go. Notre Dame is coming out 5 wide. They're still passing. This is
They don't give a flying
BK
fuck.
wants the cover.
Yeah. Chip Kelly's gone. Brian Kelly's in the house.
Well, Notre Dame gives a free timeout there. Oh, we forgot to mention Book has 200 passing yards.
What did you just say?
200.
It's got to be a record, right?
And Notre Dame, oh, hey, look, a running
Oh!
play. And the
Had an actual
final timeout is used. 3rd and 9. Okay, now I would expect you to pass it, which means they're going to run some kind of dumbass speed option.
It's going to be an inside draw for negative yards.
Oh, Book will actually pass this. A little check down to Jones, and he is across for the first down, and that should do it.
Done. 155 inside.
Will they kneel down or will they go for the cover? Notre Dame is lining up in a formation, so we'll see here. This is not victory. And it is a handoff. Jones cuts up the middle. He gets
Outside.
a first down.
Gotta be
1:14 left to go. This is going to be painful for anybody on the number for Notre Dame if they kneel it inside the red zone. And that is what they're going to do.
I'm going to take a knee.
The ultimate sign of disrespect.
Pieces of shit.
41 passes in the rain, as pointed out in our chat. This is BK to a T right now. 30-23 is going to be your final.
Let's hear it.
200 passing yards? Fuck yeah, everybody's getting laid.
Okay. First of all,
That's a good
Great.
one to end it on.
message. But the way she said it, she fucking nailed the delivery. She asked the question. She said, fuck yeah. And then she said, really slowly, everyone's getting laid.
Your player of the game is Jonathan Dorr, who they listed not only as 3 for 3 on field goals, but 3 for 3 on extra points.
Oh, well. Good for you. Good job. You win the game well, apparently.
Wow, that was something, Shane. I think is
Okay.
the best way to describe it. That
It
was something.
And yet, to be honest, this feels like the most realistic way this game is going to play out of any sim we've had. So
Absolutely. Like, the rain is supposed to clear up, but the way NCAA works is if it's
Yeah,
raining,
man.
it's raining. But it was sloppy. It looked like Notre Dame came off a very physical game.
They went down 10. They swung that back.
It was a swing in the first quarter.
Yeah, man. This is as quintessentially a Notre Dame, like, oh, did you have a great game last week? Because this one's going to suck.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Wow.
I mean, the sim is typically drunk, but
This was.
we're
No,
going to
this
have to
was-
send the sim to rehab in the offseason, I think. I'm starting to get very concerned right now.
Yeah, this one had to kick, like, I don't know what the fuck it was on, but this shit was, it was nuts. I mean, the 2 times in which a drive was interrupted by a turnover, not the muffed punt or the whatever, but the 2 times in which a drive was interrupted by a turnover on Virginia's side, it was instantly fucking answered. Both times. I mean, I don't know. It's
I'm
like the game knew what it wanted.
I'm expecting nothing but weirdness in this game to begin with, so I feel like we have all properly prepared ourselves. We've given you the proper preview because we all know the sim is the most accurate prediction method in all of sports.
Science.
Yes, and Sunday we will be back to recap this one. And Shane, hopefully it will be a happy episode, and we will not come on.
I'll have another bottle of Tennessee by that time. So,
so we'll be happier no matter what. All right. Well, everybody, I want to thank everyone that joined us live over here on twitch.tv/HerLittleSons. Again, make sure you come join us Sunday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern to break down the week that was. And, of course, subscribe to the podcast over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts at. Come over to Discord. That is our live chat channel, herlittlesons.com/Discord. And, of course, you can always find us at our home at herlittlesons.com. Till next time, y'all, go Irish, beat Cavs, have a good one.